Hey you guys, ¿cómo están? I am excited to be filming a Q&A video. I think I've done one before. I'm not 100% sure. Most of these questions are from my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and I really appreciated all the comments, all the support. You guys are freaking amazing. I am so thankful for all of you. I figured since we've almost doubled in subscribers that I would film a Q&A so you guys would get to know me a little bit. So I'm basically gonna be reading off my phone. I made a little album for them. There's not a lot. I wanna say there's like 12 maybe. And I'm basically gonna go in order. Yeah, I'm gonna go in order. Okay, so first question is from Regan Denise. And her question is, oh, her Instagram is hella cute. So shout out to Reagan. It's reagan.d.waddle. That is so cute. That makes me think of a duck. Okay, so what made you start YouTube? Who or what inspired you? Okay, so it was actually a really long process from when I first knew I wanted to start YouTube to the moment I actually started filming. So when I was going off to college, I didn't know what to take to the dorms. And I think I've told this story before. I basically overpacked. Even though I watched a bunch of college dorm videos, I still didn't have anyone like an older sister or a mentor to tell me what I should be taking. So I remember I think I took like a whole van worth of stuff for summer, for like the dorms in summer school. And then same thing for fall, I overpacked completely. It was crazy. But that's basically what got me interested into YouTube. I was going off to college, I didn't know what to take, and I used it as a resource. Even back then in 2012, anything you wanted to learn about or look at or anything, you could find on YouTube. So, you know, poquito a poquito, I was like, man, I want to film. I want to just talk and vent and everything. But see, from freshman year to junior, senior year, it took a few years for me to make that jump. And I think I wanted a good camera, I wanted lighting, I wanted this, I wanted that, but the issue is there's always new stuff coming out. So if you keep on waiting and waiting and waiting, it's just gonna push things back. So that's actually one of my regrets. I wish I had started earlier, and I wish I had been more consistent, because I would post like once a month, once every few months, you know, whatnot. This is the first time ever I've been consistent. I think I'm going on 3 months now of posting 2 videos a week. I had a breakdown, and then I just ordered the camera. I ordered the camera on QVC, and I made, I think, 4 payments. Because I couldn't afford to buy the camera outright, and I was working part-time, so I bought the camera in payments, and then I think I had bought a Mac for school, and I edited on iMovie for a long time until I broke that laptop. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is from my cousin Andrea. What's your favorite thing to eat after a workout? So I don't do hardcore workouts right now. I canceled my gym membership like a year ago, and mostly I walk and I jump rope and I go in the pool. After a workout, I like to have a piece of fruit, usually something really light. I love oranges, peaches, and plums, so that's something I gravitate towards. I used to, back in the day, want to have a whole meal after I work out, but honestly, not anymore. I think my stomach is definitely changing, and my meals, I need to have them earlier in the day. I need to have my meals earlier on in the day. So if that doesn't match up with my workout, I usually just have fruit. And honestly, like, it works for me. I know some people do protein and whatnot. I can't do all that. I need something fresh, something light, and usually something really sweet. Okay, so next question is, if you could give advice to your UC Berkeley self, what would it be? Okay, so someone actually gave me this advice, but I was already a junior or senior. It was a little too late in the game for me. If I could go back to my undergrad college self, I would tell myself to not spread myself out in all these organizations, all these clubs, all these volunteering projects and everything. I don't regret anything per se. Okay, maybe band, because it was really time consuming, honestly. And then just the rewards I got from it weren't, I don't know if they were worth it, honestly. But I think my goal has now been pushed back, and a lot of it is based on choices I did here and there, like they're all added up. I graduated from Berkeley with a 3.0, and that's actually really, really low for law schools. And then when I studied for the LSAT, I was working, I was in school, and I was involved with my family and with my friends and this and that. And it's kind of always been a really bad habit of mine to be involved in all these things, and I enjoy it, don't get me wrong, and I have that energy. But if I could go back, I would tell myself to focus on less things, to be involved in less things, and to look at the end goal. If my end goal was really to go to a T14 school, go to Georgetown, or go to Stanford or anything, then the GPA and the LSAT was incredibly important. Sometimes the idea of less is more is real. I can't really pinpoint one thing. It was just a lot of little things that took up so much time and energy, and were they worth it? I don't know. I had a lot of fun. It was great. But I think I made choices that hindered the path I want to take, you know? And now I'm going to have to take a completely different route because I'm going to end up going to law school part-time. But yeah, that's what I would tell my undergrad self. And then what are my goals for the next 5 years? So I kind of talked about it right now, but I'm kind of iffy. I don't know if I'm going to get an MSW, a Master's in Social Work. I work for DFCS right now in their education unit, and I really like the work I do. Now, there is talk about transferring our positions to County of Education. Hopefully that doesn't happen because I like being there at DFCS, and if I'm there, if I have a job with the county in whatever manner, I can work full-time and then I can go to school part-time, and they will pay for my master's. And so something I've learned is that the student loans really are not worth it. They are not worth it because it doesn't matter what school you go to or what degree you get, or, I mean, for some things it does, right? If you want to go to law school, you need a JD. Now that I'm in the workforce, I see that it really doesn't matter as much. Like, you could have gone to a school that cost you maybe $10,000 a year versus a school that cost you $60,000 a year, and you will still end up at the same job. It depends. For the most part, I think at least the jobs that I'm interested in, nonprofits and public policy and just jobs that are with people, for the most part, I feel like it doesn't matter where you went. What matters is the experience and the drive you have to want to help people. In the next 5 years, either get an MSW or get a JD and keep it pushing with my career. Of course, I will always want to go back to law school. I just don't know if it's going to be happening in these next 5 years. Ideally, this is what would happen. Ideally, I would apply for an MSW in January. It would take me two to 3 years, and then I would finish my 2 years. Because they pay for it, you commit 2 years of service, right? So 3 years to finish the MSW, 2 years to finish the service, and within those 2 years, take the LSAT and reapply to law school and get into a law school. Those would be my professional 5-year goal plans. But like my personal 5-year plans would be, I want a family, I want to settle down. I think I am no longer a woman of the streets. I think I now want to be at home and pop out some cute babies and, the whole shebang. I definitely want that. And I know that that may not be in the cards for me, but I'm just letting you guys know what I want. So 5 years from now, it would be nice, I don't know, to at least be engaged or at least have popped out 1 or 2 kids. I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm part of that generation that we're getting together with people and marrying and having kids further along. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I want something that's real. I want a good man and an even better father, for my kids. Actually, no, he needs to be on his husband duties first. And then, because kids leave. They get up and grow and they leave. But let's see what else. Tips on growing confidence and self-esteem. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I've always been pretty confident. I've been, there's a few things here and there that I'm insecure about, but for the most part, I am fully in love with myself, fully full of it, like my head's huge. But I think what I would say to people is you have to take care of yourself. Look out for your health, look out for your physical appearance, look out for the hobbies you like. So I think if you do things that make you happy, you will be happy. And in a way, I've always been very selfish about knowing what I like to do and always making time for it. And también me arreglo, you know? I like to look cute. I like to do my makeup and take cute pictures and all that. And I've had girls in the past, I feel like, not fully understand that. Like, either they think I'm too conceited or this or that. But it makes me happy. You know, it's something that I like. So fuck them. I'm just playing. A lot of these girls are really nice girls. They just were maybe raised differently, or they think differently, whatever. But yeah, do things that make you happy. Do things for you. And don't put so much of your energy and time on others, because everyone's going to get up and go. Like, the only person that's going to be with yourself at the end of the day is you. So make sure you take care of you. And yeah, I think that's what I have for confidence right now and self-esteem. But for me, I know that as I was gaining weight, I always felt skinny and sexy, like always, the whole time. And then when I would look at pictures is when I would be like, oh damn, that's like, I look bigger. Oh shit, I look bigger. But no matter what, like no matter what size I was, I always felt good. So it might be like a head thing, like who knows. So another question is, what advice would you give your younger self? From one of my bridgy people. So like how they have summer bridge, and if you go, it's like everyone's like, oh, bridgy love, this and that. So sweet. She's so sweet though, but her question is specifically for my younger self. So I think for my younger self, like a general one, and I think something I would tell my daughter too, future daughters, is I act like I have a daughter. I always talk like that. I think I would say to not be so enamorada. Like, I went through a phase that I romanticized everything, and like I have roommates who could attest to this, that I've been wanting to get married for a long time. Like, I knew I wasn't going to get married young, but I was planning my wedding since I was very young. So in my head, like, this idea of love and marriage and a family has always been something I want, right? So there was a huge period of time that I was dating guys that were a no-no. They were not good for me. I don't think I like them. I think I like the idea of being in a relationship. So I think these last few years I've been focusing so much on myself and my happiness. And if I could go back, I would tell my younger self, focus on you. Focus on your happiness. And fuck what everyone else thinks. With family too, I think, you know, you're first generation and it's so ingrained in you to take care of others, to look out for them, to do this, to do that. No, everyone is self-sufficient. Everyone. And let me tell you, when I went off to college and all these things that I used to do for my parents, they figured it out. They had 4 other kids and they also figured it out on their own. So I would say 2 things. 1, don't be so enamorada, like focus on you. And then 2, don't let people use all your time and energy, because if you weren't there, they would definitely get it done, or they would go off and do it on their own. Like, they would find other ways, another resource or something. So don't become a free resource. Don't undervalue yourself, basically. Okay, so this one is from 8W. Are you still doing intermittent fasting, or update on your weight loss journey? So I am still doing intermittent fasting. I'm actually doing 6 to 8 hour eating windows now. The first 2 months I did 4-hour windows. The first month I lost 11 pounds. It was amazing. And I'm actually really thankful. I'm actually really thankful for this question, because I don't think I'm gonna film a 3rd month check-in in my weight loss journey. Let me fix this. Because I only lost like a pound or 2, and I didn't think I implemented enough changes to actually make a video and talk about it, right? But yeah, still doing intermittent fasting, and now I'm entering my 2nd week of counting calories, and I think that's really important, because my body has adjusted to everything I do. The first month, lost 11 pounds. The second month, I did the same thing, ate a little bit more, but then I lost and gained and then lost. And this last month, that was my 3rd month, I think I was doing a lot of muscle building exercises, and I felt myself getting firmer. I will say that. Like, my arms are jiggling less, and everything just feels tighter and, you know, like stronger. But I actually shot up all the way back to 221, and then now this morning I dropped down to 217. So it's you know, it's rough. It's losing weight is rough, and what I'm trying to tell myself every day is that it took me years to gain the weight. I think I literally gained 100 pounds from the moment I graduated high school to 3 months ago. I gained 100 pounds. And so if it took me 8 years, I would assume it's only going to take me months, if not years. Well, hopefully not years. Okay, let's relax. But I would think that it's going to take me a while to lose all the weight. Next question is, how do you organize your social media, and what are some helpful tools and advice? All right, so if you check my social media, I actually don't have that much of a following. I love everyone who follows me, but I don't have thousands and thousands of people. Like I haven't even hit 2,000 on Instagram. So I will be completely honest, I have no way of organizing. Si me baño, if I'm washing my hair that day and I'm gonna do my makeup and I'm down to put on cute clothes, then I'll take a picture and post. I do try to post a picture once a week, but in my second Instagram, I notice that sometimes it'll be weeks and I don't post. Maybe I should be more organized. Maybe I should have at least one post a day. But I'm not making money through Instagram. I'm not making money through YouTube yet. So to me, it's not a big deal to have a system in place. Like, to me, it's just fun. It's my personal place of creativity. It's not, you know, it's not something that it's not revenue for me. So I'm really sorry, but I don't even edit my pictures. Like, I recently started changing the brightness on my pictures on my phone and then uploading it so the color looks a little better. But I actually don't know how to edit. I've never used an editing app. So what you guys see on Instagram is like really, really me. That's why some of those pictures aren't that great, but they're my pictures. I think they look good. For tools for editing for YouTube, I use Adobe Premiere. So I think I pay like $15, $20 a month for that. But yeah, that's like my only editing tool. Yeah. I know that was a sucky answer. I'm sorry. There should be a better one. Where do you buy your clothes? Where do you like shopping? Okay, so where do I buy my clothes? I buy my clothes everywhere. For a long time, most of my clothes were from Ross and Marshalls, and I love Ross. They have cute styles, they have cute clothes. I think now there's a lot of places where you can shop online, and so that's really nice. There's a few stores that I like jeans from, and being plus size, it's really nice. Like Torrid and Lane Bryant have really stretchy jeans. I've been wanting to try American Eagle, H&M, and I think Zara jeans are really stretchy as well, but I haven't tried them. My Levi's jeans are really stretchy and I like them. This bralette I got at the flea market, I think for like $1 or $2. So I also buy secondhand a lot. I go to thrift stores, I go to the flea market, and yeah, I shop at wherever I can get a deal, honestly. But in the last year or two, I buy a lot from Nordstrom and Nordstrom Rack. So what I do when I shop from Nordstrom is I wait until there's sales, and there is always sales. So once I feel like it's a decent amount for what I'm paying, then I go ahead and splurge a little bit. But yeah, I think for clothes, I don't spend that much on clothes. So yeah, a lot of my places that I go to aren't really expensive. So this is gonna be the last question, and if you guys want, part 2, let me know. Put some more comments down below, or I might just wait until we grow a little bit more, right? All right, so last question from Yandere Cupcake, aka the cutest cousin in the whole wide world. The question is, what is something that motivates you every day to keep on going in school, keep working out, or simply just keep living your best life? That's like a big question. That's like packed. Wow. I think there's a lot of answers for that. I think one of the main things is I value myself so much and I love myself so much. So I think that's when you want to live your best life. If you're happy and you give yourself that time and energy to lay out your goals, to think about what you want, like me personally, I've thought about what Edna wants. I could care less what the world wants, because I know I'm going to do my part to help out and to help people and help my family. But at the end of the day, it's my life, right? Like, we're all the protagonists of our own life. So, so I think where I get this motivation is different parts. One, because in my life, I'm number one. As you should be in your life, you should be your number one. No one else should take that place. Not your partner, not your kids, no one. Right? Okay. And then the other part, I think, is because I come from a very humble background, and I am, in no way ashamed at all of it. My parents work really, really hard. They've sacrificed so much. And I think I appreciate that they were so vocal, and they always had us around. They took us to work with them. From a young age, I understood their struggles and their sacrifices. So I always knew I was going to do my best. Not only for myself, but for the legacy that they gave us, the gifts that they gave us, the sacrifices that essentially gave us this life and built us to who we are. So in a way, it's for me that I keep on pushing and doing all these things and I stay motivated. But in another part, it's for my parents and also for my family, my cousins, my brothers, my sister, and also for my future generation, because there is so much that I've learned. Because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes the family is a little toxic. Like, not just my immediate family, like the whole family is a little intense. And I think sometimes people don't understand how I am because they don't know my tias. And let me tell you, they're a little crazy, and I love them, but every family has that, right? But I've learned so much from the mistakes of others and mistakes I've made that I want so much for my kids, for my future kids. So I also think about the future. And if I don't have kids, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna adopt. And if that doesn't pan out, I'm gonna have dogs and cats, and I want a good life for them, right? So not that I'm saying that all my goals are based on money and making money, but I do want to make enough of an income to live a comfortable life. And I want my future family to also have a comfortable life, right? To basically have the way my parents gave me a step up in life, I also want to give my children another step forward. So yeah, it's a combination of everything. And I think for everyone out there, I think the most important thing on staying motivating on things is to understand that you're only human, but you are your own perfect little human. And, some days aren't good. Some days I'm not productive, but most of the time I am. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like type A type of person. I write my list, and I get a little OCD, and I'm a little paranoid sometimes, but I just like doing things. I like being busy. So yeah, just don't stress out too much. Don't take things too seriously. Just kind of live your best life for you. And that's just kind of what I do. And I think for school, I just like school. I'm not gonna lie, I've always liked being a student. I've always liked learning. I don't care if you want to call me a nerd or anything, but nowadays that's the thing. Like, that's how you work. If you have the privilege of being able to go to school, since it's so expensive and it's not made for everyone and it's ridiculous and some of the policies are just screwed, but if you have the privilege to go to school and do certain things where it's like where you're working more with your mind, why not? Why not do it? Like I said, I've always liked learning, so I don't see a life without me learning new things. Now that doesn't necessarily mean I'll be in school all the time or whatever, but even right now, like, I'm taking classes at the local community college to get certified to be a court interpreter. Like, I love learning. And there have been very few classes in my life that I've been like, oh, I didn't learn anything, or it wasn't worth my time. I've been very blessed in that sense, in that I've gotten a free education for a big chunk of my life, and I acknowledge that it's a blessing and it's a privilege, but I truly love it. I truly love going to school and learning new things. So I think it just depends. How can you stay motivated if you don't like something, right? So if you're studying something and you don't like it, how are you gonna keep on pushing. That's why, like, when people are forced to go to med school, I'm like, oh my God, how are you gonna do it? Like, you couldn't force me through law school because it's rough. So I think it depends. Like, you know, you need to know who you are, how you feel about you, and this and that. And yeah, I don't want to like make my answer even longer, but there's a lot of factors that apply to my motivation, to my daily motivation, to my long-term goals. And this is actually a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like a 10-minute video, but I appreciate you guys sticking around. I had a lot of fun filming this. And honestly, this is what I want. I want to have fun making my videos, but I also want you guys to get to know me and see what you guys want to know. Like, if I know how to do something, I'm definitely gonna be making more how-to videos because they're fun, and I just want it to not be a take. I'm not just taking all your time or views or anything. I want to give back to you guys too. And oh my God, I almost forgot. I'm actually gonna pick the giveaway winners for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So let me get my laptop. So to be as transparent as possible, I numbered everyone who commented just so that it's fair. Aside from the people who said they were international, those I didn't include. I'm so sorry. But basically this way, everyone has a fair chance, right? Okay, so the first winner is 22. Let me go look at number 22. That will be Kristen. I will reach out to you, Kristen. And I need to figure out who's in the Bay Area and who's not, right? But Kristen, congrats, girl. You won one of the prizes. And then the next number is 10. Who is number 10 on the list? So DKD is actually Dalia. Dalia is actually a golden bear like me, and I'm so happy. It's nice when people I know win, because sometimes my friends ask, like, what about, you know, is it fair because you know people? And honestly, I think this is the fairest way. I give everyone a number, like I write you down on my list, and then I pick a random number. So yeah, congrats, Dalia. And her IG name is amazing. You can find her at Mujer Magia. Wait, is it Mujer Magia? Yes, it's Mujer Magia. Amazing. So shout out to her. You can go follow. And then the last number is 17. Let's go to our list real quick. Ooh, and 17 is Jackie Hernandez. So shout out to Jacqueline. She also went to Berkeley, and she actually commented some of the questions on this Q&A. So it was actually really, really nice to see this. So I need to double check with two of my winners and see if they're not in the Bay or they are. And if they happen to not be in the Bay, it's totally fine. I'm still gonna get them something, obviously. But I do want to make sure that I'm giving business to Yvette and to Olga as well. So Yvette was very generous, and before I filmed my 1,000 giveaway, she actually offered to give one of my subscribers a dozen strawberries for free. So that was amazing. That was very kind of her. And then I messaged her telling her, well, I'm gonna buy some from you anyways. It's good, girl, no worries. So what I might do is I might just take her up on her offer and get you guys get someone here in the Bay those delicious strawberries. So stay tuned. I will message you. Always feel free to leave your Instagram down below. Let me know if you want me to give you a shout out. If you're a small YouTuber, let me know, because the whole point of this is that we all grow together. There is plenty of space in this platform for all of us. I want to thank everyone who commented questions, because it made this video possible. Congratulations to the winners. It's Kristen, Jackie, and Dalia. I'm very appreciative and honored to even be able to do this. So thank you so much. And I will reach out to one or two people that I know are subscribed and are here in the Bay to make sure that the 3 businesses that I chose are getting orders from me. And I already talked with all 3 of them anyways. They're ready to go and ready to make their delicious items and all their things. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. And as you can see, the background is different. So I am going to be filming another video, giving you guys a life update or some chisme, because I actually moved this last weekend to a studio, and it's really, really cute. I like it. It's still in the same place, but I went from the room to a studio. And yeah, I'll definitely be showing you guys as I'm decorating, as I'm fixing everything up. It'll be fun. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah! Bye bye.